Good morning. I'm Jen Amos at Weiss Research.
I'm Andy Myers, and this is your morning market update for Wednesday, April 13th. Stocks are rebounding from yesterday's declines after a strong earnings report from JP Chase and a relatively positive reading of retail sales. Sales rose 0.4% in March, roughly in line with estimates. It was the 9th straight monthly increase, but the gains were largely driven by rising fuel prices. Excluding sales at gas stations, overall results were just slightly higher. However, compared to last March, sales are up by more than 7%. Later this afternoon, the Federal Reserve will release its Beige Book survey of regional economic activity. Investors may pay closer attention than usual to the report, given their concerns about inflationary pressure on the markets.
Speaking of inflation, it's been clearest in the energy markets, as political unrest across the Middle East and North Africa has raised concerns about more supply disruptions. Today, crude oil is back on the rise again, now trading right around $107 a barrel, after suffering its biggest one-day drop in a month yesterday. The International Monetary Fund reduced its GDP estimates for the U.S. and Japan, two of the world's biggest energy consumers. And the International Energy Agency said that high fuel prices are already starting to cut into demand growth. But the U.S. Department of Energy said today that it expects gas prices to jump 40% for the summer driving season, compared to last year's prices. A gallon of regular grade gasoline is likely to average $3.86 and could cost 25 cents more than that in some areas of the country.
On the corporate front, investors are applauding a strong earnings report from JP Chase. The financial giant posted a 67% jump in quarterly profit as credit costs dropped, topping Wall Street estimates. Revenue slipped a bit but matched expectations. JP also increased its quarterly dividend from 5 cents to 25 cents a share and announced that it will buy back $8 billion in stock this year as part of an overall plan to repurchase $15 billion of its own shares. JP is gaining more than 1% on the news. Its results are closely watched because it's the first major U.S. bank to report, and JP is a big player in all major financial businesses, including investment banking and trading, retail banking, credit cards, mortgages, commercial lending, and asset management. So its strong showing could be a good sign for rivals such as Bank of America, Citigroup, and Wells Fargo, which are all set to report over the next couple weeks.
Earnings may move a couple other stocks today. On the upside is Riverbed Technology, which offers cloud computing and other IT services. After Tuesday's closing bell, the company issued an earnings forecast for the current quarter that surpassed Wall Street's projections. Following the report, Oppenheimer upgraded Riverbed to outperform, and the stock is jumping 15% right now. But on the downside is Healthcare Services Group. It's falling about 2% after it reported first quarter earnings that fell short of estimates. That's the latest from Weiss Research. Have a great trading day.